In our journey towards finding the perfect home, comprehending the type of property ownership is a critical yet frequently missed detail. This understanding can pave the way to a home that seamlessly fits into your lifestyle, your budget, and your future aspirations. Hello and welcome. My name is Brock Weber from the Webers, powered by Pemberton Holmes. If you find this video to be helpful and want to stay updated with more informative content, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our channel. Now, without further ado, let's dive in. First, let's start with freehold ownership, the classic and most prevalent form of ownership in British Columbia. Freehold ownership gives you the right to hold your property freely. That is, you own the land and any structures on it outright. The advantages? First and foremost, complete control. You have the freedom to do whatever you want with your property, from growing a beautiful garden to building an extension without needing an approval from any strata or council or similar entity. Second, appreciation. Historically, freehold properties, especially land, have shown to be strong appreciators in value, making them potentially lucrative investments over time. Lastly, there are no monthly fees like you'd have with a strata property. Once you've purchased the property, aside from utilities, taxes, and any mortgage payments, you don't have any regular fees to keep the property. But as the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. In the case of freehold ownership, this takes the form of maintenance and upkeep. If the roof starts leaking or the basement floods, you're responsible for all repairs and associated costs. There are no shared responsibilities or costs as you would have with a strata property. Also, you'll need to adhere to local zoning bylaws and building codes. So while you're free to make changes to your property, those changes still need to be within the guidelines set by your local municipality. Finally, it's worth noting that freehold ownership can be more expensive upfront, particularly for single-family homes in desirable areas. The cost can be a significant barrier for first-time buyers or those with a limited budget. In essence, freehold ownership is about total control and potential investment benefits, but it also requires a higher level of responsibility and financial commitment. Moving on to strata ownership, it's more than just owning a property. It's about being part of a community. Often found in condos, townhouses, and even certain types of single-family homes, strata ownership means that you own your individual unit while the building's common property and assets are jointly owned and managed by all strata lot owners. So, what's the upside? First, you get access to shared amenities. Think of swimming pools, gyms, gardens, even concierge services, depending on your building. Second, it's communal living at its best, fostering a neighborly connection and a shared sense of community. Also, maintenance and repairs of common areas are managed collectively. This means you're not alone when the roof needs repairing or the hallways need a fresh coat of paint. These costs are covered by your monthly strata fees, which are pooled together for the maintenance and operation of the property. But strata living isn't without its considerations. First, you need to follow the strata bylaws and rules. These can govern everything from pet ownership to renovation rules and even the color of your curtains. Non-compliance can result in fines or legal action. And let's talk about those monthly strata fees. While they cover your shared expenses, they can increase over time as the building ages or if major repairs are needed. Plus, if a significant expense arises that's not fully covered by the strata's contingency reserve fund, you could be hit with a special assessment, which can be a substantial out-of-pocket expense. Remember, strata ownership might be for you if you value community living, shared amenities, and joint responsibility, but it's also essential to be aware of the rules, fees, and the potential for unexpected expenses. Now, shifting our focus to leasehold ownership. This type of property ownership presents a unique proposition. As a leaseholder, you purchase the right to use a property for an extended period of time, typically up to 99 years. You own the building, but the land it stands on is leased from the landowner, often a municipality or First Nation group. Now, what makes leasehold attractive? First off, it can be a more affordable way to get your foot in the door, especially in high demand locations where freehold property prices might be out of your reach. You get to live in your desired location without the hefty price tag. Second, leasehold properties often come with many of the benefits of freehold ownership within the lease term. You can usually remodel, rent out, or even sell your leasehold interest subject to the terms of the lease. However, leasehold ownership does have its share of considerations. A key one is the depreciating nature of the lease. As the lease term gets closer to the end, the value of the property can decline, which may impact your ability to sell or refinance. Getting a mortgage can also be more challenging, especially if the remaining lease term is shorter than the mortgage term. Lenders might be hesitant to provide financing, and buyers might be scarce, particularly when the lease nears its end. Additionally, at the end of the lease term, ownership reverts back to the landowner unless the lease is renewed. The conditions and cost of renewal aren't guaranteed and are subject to negotiation with the landowner. In summary, leasehold ownership offers an affordable entry point and some benefits of full ownership, but it also involves dealing with the depreciating lease term, potentially financing challenges, and uncertainties around lease renewal. Lastly, we come to co-op ownership, a unique twist on the concept of home ownership. With co-op ownership, instead of buying a property, you're buying shares in a cooperative housing corporation. These shares grant you the right to occupy a specific unit within the cooperative. One of the significant benefits of co-op ownership is the sense of community it fosters. Co-ops are democratically controlled, with each member having a vote. This democratic control can lead to a closer-knit, more supportive community than you might find in other types of ownership. Also, co-ops are typically more affordable than freehold properties. They can provide a more cost-effective way to live in desirable areas that might otherwise be out of reach. Plus, as a shareholder, you might have a say in the co-op's financial decisions and the overall maintenance of the building. However, co-op ownership also has its challenges. Firstly, securing financing can be more difficult since you're technically buying shares in a corporation rather than real estate. Many traditional lenders see this as a riskier proposition and may be less willing to provide a mortgage. Secondly, selling your co-op can also be more complex. The board of directors usually has to approve any potential buyers. They might also have rules about how much you can sell your shares for, which can limit your potential profit. Lastly, co-op living involves more than just paying your mortgage and monthly fees. Most co-ops require members to participate in the management of the co-op, which can include attending meetings and participating in maintenance. In a nutshell, co-op ownership offers a sense of community and potential affordability, but it also involves dealing with potential financing difficulties, selling restrictions, and participation requirements. Before we wrap up this video, I want to let you in on a game-changing resource for all you real estate enthusiasts out there. If you're looking to elevate your real estate experience, then you won't want to miss this one. We're inviting you to sign up for our exclusive service called PCS, or Private Client Services. With PCS, you'll gain realtor-level access, which means you'll have a front row seat to all the active listings in the market, and even better, access to sold data. Imagine being able to spot trends, compare prices, and make informed decisions when buying or selling your property. If you have any questions or need further assistance, I'm just a call or message away. To book a call with me, check the description below, and let's connect to discuss how PCS can make a real difference in your real estate journey. If you found this video to be insightful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your family or friends who might be interested in the real estate market. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.